Welcome, everybody, to Catfish Weekly, presented by B&M Poles, along with the Dr. Tim Lang and Cindy. I'm Lyle Stokes. Doc, we got a lot of fun going on tonight.
Yeah, we do.
What the hell?
That's not mine.
I thought I had it shut off. I guess I didn't.
It is now.
It is now. Doc, we got a bunch of good stuff going to happen tonight, and we got to get ready, and we're leaving Thursday for Quincy, Illinois to Fishing for Freedom, and I can't hardly wait to get there. High water or not, we're going to show up and have a great time. And I know that you got something going on this weekend, too.
Yeah, I'm headed to the Ohio River, taking the twins. We're going to be fishing the tri-state tournament that Vince Nadosky's putting on the Ohio River.
But the Ohio is not the shape the Mississippi is, isn't that correct?
Yep, it's like a lake right now.
Wow.
Yeah, very little current. So now we're supposed to get rain a couple of days this week. That may change, but yeah, it ought to be in good shape. I know there's another tournament going on this weekend in West Virginia, the Bend Area Care, and I know for a fact that the flatheads are on fire.
Ooh.
Everywhere you go on that river. So,
Well.
Yeah, my son is he's won that several years in a row. He's won the title, father-son title. I think he's won that like 8 years in a row.
Oh, wow.
So they're going back to try to defend their title again.
Heck yeah, I would too.
If I get his boat fixed.
We got a bunch of people in here tonight. Mike Sampson, Ray Laney, David Funk, Hillbilly Jim Catfishing, Chrissy Brown, Mike Hager, James Dockery, Mike Irwin, Rod Wise, I'm Nobody.
There's Stacy
Gaskin, Team Rig Wrap, Ernie Brown, Jr. Proctor, Cliff Miller, Carl Wells, Jordan Lear, Cindy Stokes.
Yeah.
Kyle Rutt, John Patrick Jr., Smackdown Catfishing, Stacy Gaston himself, Chad Wall, USA Catfishing, Adam Isaacs, Junior Proctor, Blue Dog Catfishing, Dieter Melhorn is in the house, Terry Stone, Maurice Kaysen, Stephen Heisey. Welcome, guys. What's that?
Chad Wall's in there.
Yep, Maurice Kaysen. That's right, Dieter. This weekend is all about the fallen soldiers that protect us so well and the ones that didn't return. We want to thank all the military, past, present, future, and all of the ones that didn't survive combat duty in the military. That's what Memorial Day is all about. And we want to thank them and their families for the sacrifices that they made. It's an awesome holiday, and it's meant to be that way. And there's nothing that we can do to make it any better for them people except remember them and thank them for everything they've done.
Exactly.
Doc, we got a couple of good ones on here tonight. Lily said we bring Brandy and Jody on in here and get started.
Yep, let's go ahead and do that.
All right. Welcome, you guys. It's been a while since I've seen you, but I'm guessing that you're probably ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the last time I saw him was at the MRM.
Yeah, it's down there. I was fortunate enough to see Brandy at the chick fight, but Jody wasn't there. But hell, Dawn and Brandy, they was rolling right along without him.
He showed up at the
yeah, I surprised him.
Yeah, he's surprised that he showed up for weigh-in, but yeah, us three girls, we were one of the all-women teams, and we did it. We gave it all we had.
Heck yeah, man! I remember now, Jody. You come in down there when we was eating dinner the night after the tournament.
That's right,
man. That was a fun time down there. I was so proud of all them girls. Not any one in particular, but the whole group of them women. They done a bang-up job. They all went out and had a wonderful time, and they showed the sport of catfishing that they don't need a guy if they don't want one. They can make it without them, but it was a lot of fun, and they all done very well.
Yeah, they did. That was a really good thing to do too. I think it's good for the sport.
I think it is too. The next thing I think we need to do is figure out some kind of deal for kids in the sport and make it about a man or a woman and a child or a family affair or nephews and nieces or neighborhood kids or something. And somebody needs to step up and make something like that happen.
Definitely.
Because we got some great young talent in our sport, and they need to have the forefront too. That'll keep them involved and keep them coming back for more and more and more. And let's face it, when they catch some great big fish, they're hooked.
Yeah. Did you see the smile on Brandon's face when I posted that picture of him catching that 14-pound channel?
Great fish.
He was jacked over that one.
Tonight in chat, the Queen of the Mississippi, Vicky Mathena, is in the house.
Miss Vicky.
We're glad to have all you guys in chat. Brandy and Jody, do you guys have the flooding down there that we're having in the Midwest?
No, we hadn't had a lot. We had some earlier in the year, just enough to mess up fishing a little bit. But right now, it's been pretty normal. Just
Good.
getting hot.
Good. What do you guys got planned for the rest of the year?
Well, we're looking. We got to stock up on our bait. Usually we're loaded up already on skipjack, and this year they didn't seem to run on our river down here, so we're gonna have to stock up on that. And we're looking to fish a couple tournaments on the Mississippi early August.
Awesome. I'm sure you're talking about MRM.
Definitely.
And
Yeah.
August we'll try to do Big Cat Bash, the hourly event they're going to be hosting, and then of course MRM.
That's in September though, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that Vicksburg tournament, the Big Cat Bash, is going to be an absolute hoot. I cannot wait for that to happen.
Yep.
I've never fished an hourly tournament ever. I don't know if you ever not, Doc.
Nope, but I am with you this year.
I haven't either. But Jody has, and I am so excited. But Jody has fished an hourly tournament before like that.
Yeah, the difference between this tournament coming up and all the ones that I've ever heard about before is this is an individual tournament, no matter how many's in the boat. All you have to do is keep your fish separated some way or a device to say who caught which one, and then you can turn them in per hour and take a chance on winning a lot of money each hour that the tournament goes on both days.
Yeah, it really is. I fished with the first one we did. I fished with Tim Owenby and Teresa Owensby, the Cat Busters, and we just had a blast. I mean, it brings a little competition inside the boat.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So we're all working for that rod now.
Well, I don't know how it is in your boat, but in our boat, you got to
not going to lose
the rod.
He thinks he's going to be trying to fight for the rod. He'll find out real quick in that hourly event.
I'll hold mine.
Yeah, back bouncing might be to your advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to watch her when it comes to that. Now, she's quick to the rod.
I know how that is.
But it don't bother me one bit.
No, I don't care. I like to watch other people catch them. It's a lot of fun. And as long as I know who found them fish, that's the main thing for me. But I really do like to watch other people catch fish. And that's one of the deals that we'll have at Quincy this weekend. We're going to take 2 guys out from the service. And as always, we'll let them catch all the fish. And we're going to have a great time with that. But when other people catch the fish, it's as much enjoyment for me because it ain't like it's the first one I ever caught. I've caught a lot of fish over the years, and I still enjoy doing it, but there's a lot more thrill as you get older watching other people do it than doing it yourself.
It's a team effort.
It is a team effort. So, somebody's pardon me, somebody's got to net them fish.
Yep.
And
Jody's good at that.
is he?
It's very important.
Yeah, it is. I mean, if you can get them, you either got to grab them with your hand or put them in a net. And the way I heal up these days, I'm thinking the net's the way to go, don't you, Doc?
Yeah, unless we get a flathead like you had. there on the Mississippi. I had him in the net, and he tail walked out of the net.
Yeah, he sure did.
Was that when the handle broke or bent or something too?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the first time I'd ever seen that. I told Lyle, I said, that fish been caught before.
He
But
knew
he
how to
literally, I had him in the bottom of the net, and he tail walked his way out of the net and back in the water.
We had to net him again.
Gosh.
That was a
Was that
first.
a tournament fish?
What's that, Jody?
Was that a tournament fish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mississippi River Monsters.
Yeah, I almost filled my pants on that deal, I tell you.
That's
When it
when
come
it
out
makes
of
you exciting.
Yeah, when they come out of that net like that, whether they swim out or walk out like that one did, your heart kind of skips a beat because
Yeah.
are you going to get it back in there the second time or not? You don't know for sure.
That was a 35-pound flathead, too.
It was a great fish.
So the second time, I told Lyle, I said, I'm not going to let him do that to me again. So I scooped him up and I put him against the boat, and he still tried to. He tried to get out. He banged the side of the boat 3 or 4 times trying to get out of that net.
That's right.
Wow.
He was a mean one. You're
Oh, yeah.
right, David. Braid line all the way, buddy. If it hadn't been for that braid line, well, I think you could have kept him with anything. We're gonna say that was the reason we got him.
No, there wasn't braid line on that pole. That was my rod.
Oh, that's right. It was.
There was that. Yeah.
But whatever it was, it worked. We got him in the boat. That was the biggest fish we had in that tournament, I believe.
Yeah. But we had a good time.
Tell them to check out Alton's tournament. Still about half the entries left open. And that is the Alton Catfish Classic coming up this fall. I've been asked numerous times if we're going, and the plan is that we will go. But until this Mississippi River comes down, I am not signing up for any tournaments on the Mississippi or the Missouri until the water straightens out. The way it looks now, it'll come down about a foot and go up 3. And until that straightens out, I'm not signing up for no tournaments because I will not take Cindy out in a mess like that, or myself, or this boat. Just not going to do it. The water's got to come down. And as far as that goes, if the water something doesn't change before now and this weekend, we will be taking our guys to Mark Twain Lake. Don't know the experience level of these fishermen, and I will not put them on the Mississippi River in flood conditions and take a chance on something happening to them. That's just the way it is.
Should
So
always be safety first, for sure.
absolutely, and we already have life jackets in the boat for our guests, and they will have them on. And hopefully nobody will have any problems. Most of the time they don't. It's pretty cut and dry deal up there. They have a lot of fun, and we're going to have a lot of fun this year.
Yep.
They are now predicting top 5 crests for all pools up here by the weekend.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's serious business for inexperienced people. So we need to make sure that everybody's safe. Looks like Mark Twain's going to be a busy place.
Well, we're having record highs here.
You guys been having high temperatures.
Yeah, the last 3 days has been really. I really don't know exactly what the record were, but they said we was going to be breaking records this weekend. I know on the way home yesterday it was 97. They said it got up to 99.
Wow.
96, so.
Keep that.
It's a little early for that, even for as far south as you guys, isn't it?
It is. It's very early. It's very early. Normally we don't see the late high 90s and like low 100s till like end of June.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Now, how far south are you?
We're actually right above Eufaula, Alabama. Most people know that as the bass capital of the world, where all the bass fishing goes. And we are just south of Fort Benning, Georgia. We're about in between those two locations of Columbus, Georgia.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing Eufaula has catfish in it too.
It does. It's actually, part right there on the Chattahoochee. So that's our main river, as we're on the Chattahoochee. And we really enjoy fishing it. But, it's been tough lately. Just like everybody else with the weather and low water, high water, hot temperatures. So it's been rough.
We don't get a lot of current over here either.
Yeah.
So you fish your rivers like you do lakes.
That's right. Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, you're right at home when you get to the Ohio River then.
Yeah.
Fish it a lot like you do the ones at home?
Yeah, we actually fish the way we fished here is we do some precision anchoring, and we do a lot of this time of the year we do drifting. We actually pretty much make our own current, drift over the fish.
Yeah, because the Ohio River doesn't have a lot of current in it a lot of times. I'll tell you what, we're going to give away some stuff, Brandy. If you pick us out a number between 1 and 5, we'll let Cindy spin the rig wrap prize wheel and see what we can do.
All right, how about number 3?
Number 3, 1, 2, 3. And the winner is Kyle Rutt, R-U-T-T. Easy sinker slides. Kyle, if you will message me after the show on Catfish Weekly's Facebook page or send me an email to our Catfish Weekly Facebook website, I will get you, and give me your address. I will send you out a pack of easy sinker slides. You're going to like them. They'll come in a package just like this. You're going to love them. I do. Doc does. Everybody that's got them. You never have to cut your line to put a sinker slide on. You just put it on, take it off at will, and they work excellent. You're going to love them. It's a great product from one of our better sponsors, Rig Wraps. And Glenn is in the chat tonight, so that'll be awesome. All right. We up to speed there, Cindy?
What?
Are we up to speed with everything?
Oh, yeah, I'm done.
All right. Doc, is there any questions for Jody and Brandy in chat, or have you seen?
Haven't seen anything yet.
All right. Well, I'm thinking that people should be getting questions out to find out how you guys catch some fish. But if they don't want to know, you don't have to tell them.
We don't mind keeping the secrets.
You guys have been extremely successful on the Mississippi River and Wheeler Lake. You caught some big old fish in both places, and it's just pretty amazing. Tell us about your boat.
Well, we've always had a Carolina skiff in 1908, and the front end of it's sort of flat, and if the water gets rough, it sort of beats us pretty good. So, but we've loved the security of it. It's a good level fishing boat, but we wanted something just a little bit bigger and something we could use in the salt water at the same time. So we wound up with a 24-foot BX Sea Hunt. It's actually a bay boat, and the reason we chose that is it has 2 live wells. It has a 25, 30-gallon in the back, a 25 bait well, and then like a 50 or 60-gallon fish box. And it has a plug in it. So we've built our own aeration to it. And it just makes it nice to have all that extra space in the boat.
Absolutely. Beautiful boat. Seems to run real well up and down the lake. And it looks great big. Compared to a lot of boats, but then again, it's tall. It's really not that much longer than a lot of the boats. It's just so much taller than a lot of them.
Yeah, I think the depth in it makes it look a little bigger, but it actually really rides really good. It's very smooth boat. Gets good gas mileage. It's got a 68-gallon gas can. So, we can go about anywhere we want now.
That's right. Big fuel tanks make a lot of difference, and fiberglass boats always do ride smooth. They're a little bit heavier than aluminum boats, but I'll take that smooth ride anytime.
Oh, yeah. We do have some questions now. So,
all right.
Chad Wall wants to know, how do you prepare skipjack for the freezer?
Tell you what we do. We've learned. I actually have to give some credit to Mr. Steve Douglas. When we started doing our bait, we make an ice slushy. We'll stop and we'll buy around 40 or 60 pounds of ice, and we'll put it in there. And when we get to the river, we'll put it in a 100-gallon water trough. We get to the river, we'll put 2 5-gallon buckets of river water in there, make an ice slushy. And as soon as we catch those fish, we throw them straight into that slushy. And we get around 100 to 125, enough that we can work that evening. Once we catch them, we'll drain the water out of it, haul home, and as soon as we get there, we'll pat them down, vacuum seal them, just a standard vacuum sealing machine, put them straight into the freezer. One thing we've done, we bought 3 freezers now that we have just for bait. So,
Just for bait.
so I think doing our bait's one of the most important things that we'll do. We don't put any salt on them. I have a lot of people asked about salt, stuff like that. I think the important thing is not leaving them out of the water, getting them starting cooling as fast as you can.
Yep.
Yeah, 'cause their bodies, they break down quick.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once they're dead, they start deteriorating pretty quick.
Right. We've had them and keep them for 6 months or so, and they still, the blood still looks good and fresh in them.
Yep.
That's when you know you're doing it right.
We've done the same thing when we was catching them in like January. They'd be good through October and play times like that when we would go down to Cumberland City and get our year's supply. And sometimes we'd run out and have to get some different ones, but most of the time we'd get enough in the first part of the year to last us all year, and they was just as good at the end of the season as they was at the first part of the season. And but things get busy, and you don't have time to go do all that stuff.
Right.
That's right.
Patriot Catfishing of America wants to know, what rods do you use?
We use B&M poles. We like the Silver Cat Magnum Elite. It's the newest one they have. It's the red and silver pole. It's got the nice eyes on it, metal reel seat. It has the EVO foam handles on them. And to me, they're just off the market good. Load up.
They do. They load up beautifully, no matter what the size of the fish. It loads up very, very well.
You can enjoy catching a 3-pound, catfish or an 85
or an 85-pound catfish on it,
or a 250-pound shark. We had a Goliath. We caught some sharks the other day. Matter of fact,
on them.
I don't know. They looked like they were 300 pounds. They were about 8 or 9 foot long, and I did not know they'd been down to the handle. I had 100-pound braid on one of them, and I was doing everything I could to break the line. And that pole meant all the way down to the handle, like an L. And it never broke, never let up.
They want to know what kind of hooks you guys use.
We use the 8-aught Gamakatsu octopus circle hooks. We actually use 2 different styles. We use the Daiichi 5-aught. I think it's the D84s. They're the ones we use for our smaller fish. We set up for 2 different sizes. On our lake over here on the Chattahoochee, we'll catch smaller fish, so we don't use the 8-aughts all the time. And generally, we'll catch big fish on those 5-aught hooks.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Peter Dries, thank you so much for sharing our show on your page. Means a lot to get the word out to other people. Thank you so much, and thanks for all the likes and stuff, everybody.
Great.
Jeremy Beacon wants to know, bumping, anchor, drift, drag, what's your preferred method?
It depends on the river we're fishing. If we're on the Chattahoochee early in the year in the wintertime, we like to anchor out, or we're a precision anchor. And then after April, we'll usually start drifting or dragging. But mainly our favorite over here is drifting. We like to watch the depth finder, watch the fish come up, hit the bait, and then we'll look and find out which rod he hit. But on the Mississippi, the excitement over there to us is just bottom bouncing behind the boat. And there's an art to that.
There is.
We're still learning it, but I think we've come a long way.
We're getting better at it.
I know the first time I took Brandy, she started, I guess, 4 years ago, and she had one of those Silver Cat Magnum bumping pole, not a bumping pole, but a Magnum pole, and I put her 12 ounces on there. She bumped that thing for 8 hours all day long. But she really did good. I don't know if it was a slow presentation or what. We did good that tournament. Caught a lot of nice fish.
Maurice wants to know if you prefer braid or monofilament line.
I have to say that depends on what I'm doing too. If we're bumping, I definitely go with braid. I need that sensitivity. But if I'm anchored, I like monofilament. I use a 40-pound monofilament on my main line. And the reason for that is I think they can feel that tension as they start to swim off, and they'll drop that bait sometime with braid.
So interesting.
Yes, it is.
Flip Miller. I saw one here. Let me go back. I started laughing when I saw it. David Funk said, 3 freezers for bait. I see why you married her.
I love bait fishing. Now, I will tell you, when it's time to start bait fishing, I'm ready to go every single day, as much as I can go, as many times as I can go. I absolutely love going to catch skipjack. I absolutely love it. I had to go buy extra freezer just because I want to go so much.
I made the statement years ago, if bass guys would ever go skipjack fishing, you'd probably never see, if they ever do it, you'd probably never see another bass tournament.
That's exactly right.
Them skipjack bass only dream about jumping out of the water like them skippies do.
That's right. Like a little baby tarpon, aren't they?
That's right. They're a lot of fun to catch, and you get 2 or 3 of them on at the same time. They're really fun.
It's on. Yep, it's really on.
Yep. Teresa Owensby is on in chat, and she says, great team, great friends, and they fish with a passion for sure. And I agree, Teresa. You are 100% correct.
Yeah.
And that's another team that's awesome right there.
Yes, they are. They're some fine folks.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's another one. You talk about catching skipjack.
I know. I seen her post, man. She's going after them all the time. I
ain't lying. They don't get past her when they up there. She's on the rocks at lunch break.
That's really cool. David Funk.
We'll ask her at lunchtime. Hey, are they biting? Let us know so we'll know if we want to come up this afternoon.
Yeah.
We go out and catch bluegill a lot of times because at the lake there is no skipjack, and we throw cast net to get our shad most of the time. Well, that's the only way you can get them. And we will go catch bluegill, so we'll have an alternative bait in case bait is tough, and we keep them in the live well of the boat with aeration going on all the time. And we was lucky enough the other day to get some suckers. So
and crawdads.
And some crawdads. I was thinking about you guys when I caught them, because they was not that big. They wasn't big enough to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they was big enough when they pinched you. You damn sure knew they had a hold of you.
I bet you was thinking the whole time. I remember you guys.
I sure was, man. I laugh about that every time I think about it and how good of fun it was, and we had such a great time down there.
We have got to do that again. At least maybe at MRM, all of us get together and
a
Low Country Bowl again. That was just too much fun.
You better bring Dawn in case I forgot how to clean them crawdads.
She'll show you now.
She'll show you.
Yes, she will. And explain it where you understand it.
That's right.
that is one fun lady to be around. I promise you that. She's a blast.
She's a hoot.
Carl, if you want them, I ain't bringing them to you. If I'm packing them, I'm eating them. You'll have to come get them yourself. Man, that was some good stuff. I really enjoyed that. That was a great time. You guys, let's see. Who else was down there cooking them besides you guys?
Teresa.
Teresa.
And then was and Dave Harrington was down there, but he wasn't cooking, but he helped them eat them.
That's right.
Yep.
Man, that was a fun day. I know one thing for sure. After being in the cabin you guys was in down there when Luke and Jacob and all them guys come over there, if we ever stay in the cabin again, it will have to be in one of those big cabins, because there was sure plenty of room for everybody in there.
That's right.
Most definitely.
The other cabins, there's nothing wrong with those, but when you got people running in and out all the time, we do. There's not enough room in them, and that cabin that you had, that was very nice and comfortable.
Yeah, that's the way to go. I mean, those are nice. Even the smaller ones are nice, just if you're just not planning on doing it, but it's roomy, homey feeling. But the only thing I don't like about those little cabins is that bathroom.
Oh man.
It's almost as wide as your shoulders.
Well, the shower, you mean?
No, I'm talking about the bathroom.
The bathroom itself's not any bigger, but that shower for us full-figured guys is pretty tight.
That's right.
For us a little bit shorter people, it hits you right in the face. You can't get away from it.
Exactly.
But for the money, it's hard to beat them. They're nice,
It is. And, you don't have to go out and eat every night if you don't want to. You can. It doesn't make any difference. But, they're very clean and everything that you need. And if you're cold, you can crank up the heat. It doesn't cost you any more.
That's right.
But yeah,
all in them.
yeah, absolutely.
Enjoy it just because it's such a easy and convenient little place. You can just go fishing right across the street, do your bait, go catfishing at night, come back, and you don't have to worry about nothing.
Good fellowship.
Yep, that's exactly right. Size Matter says the 12-man cabins are the best. I agree.
Never been in a 12-man cabin.
You don't. I do need to shower every day, Cliff. Sometimes more than once a day. See, if we're getting bait several times a day, sometimes.
Yes.
Hey, Justin, how you doing? Yep, that's some fun times down there at them cabins. We've had some of the greatest times at the Wheeler Lake State Park. Of all the places we go, that has been some of the most fun that we've ever had, whether it was over New Year's where everybody was running in and out of the cabins, or whether it was down there eating with you guys. Some of the greatest fishing times that we've had there. There's been some fun times at MRM and Monsters on the Ohio and several other places, but the times down there at Winter Blues are some ones that I doubt if I ever forget.
No doubt.
You probably can't.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
When it pertains to us.
Philip, you're very welcome. We hope to do that some more. That's Winter Blues on Wheeler. If you don't go fish, if you don't like fishing in the winter and you don't like Wheeler Lake, it doesn't matter. You should go down there anyhow. It's that much fun.
Yeah.
I agree.
Doc,
Time.
is it? Huh.
Yep.
Well, you know what? I'm ready to go. Jody, pick me out a number between 1 and 5.
Let's go with number 1.
Number 1. And the winner is Joe Burkhart, Burkhart. Joe's won before, so he knows how to do this. We need to put that over here and put a camera on it so I don't have to turn around all the time. No? Okay.
No.
It's right where it is.
B&M.
Yeah.
Joe, if you'll send me a message after the show, either through our Facebook page or Catfish Weekly at gmail.com, I have something here from B&M, and I know you're going to like it. I will hook you right up. Thanks for watching Catfish Weekly and playing the Rig Wrap Prize Wheel game, and thanks for B&M for being a sponsor to our show. It's been going on nearly a year now.
Hillbilly Jim Catfishing wants to know, what is Jody and Brandy's personal best?
My personal best right now is 85.2 pounds.
Mine is 64 pounds and some change. She's beat mine like 4 or 5 times so far.
That's okay.
But there's one thing. Now, I caught mine. We were fishing with Tim Owensby and Teresa, and we caught it in the national championship when Bass Pro Shop Big Cat Quest was running.
Oh, wow.
The national championship. And they took the fish, quarantined it for 30 days, the biologist did, and they put that fish in the Memphis Bass Pro Shop.
Yep, pyramid. It's in the pyramid.
It's still there?
So, yes.
That's awesome.
So we say we every time I go there, so every time I see the biggest one in there, I'll say it's mine.
That's awesome. Jerry says you haven't been to Rock Creek Camp at PK yet. No.
We'll be there
Jerry,
this year.
I haven't been yet, but this year we will be. So look out when Missouri shows up. Are you guys fishing the Possum Kingdom tournament this year?
No, where is that one at? Where is that one going to be?
That one's in Possum Kingdom, Texas.
I know. Not this year. We're actually going to try to just, with this early year with him having to do so many 12 hours to start out with for the first 3 months of the year. It was kind of hard for us to plan a lot of tournaments, but we're hoping to make some more of the Cabela's tournaments, more of the Monsters. I'd like to do the Monsters on the Ohio one year.
Yeah.
Just to do it
down there, Aaron. We will be glad to see you.
So
yeah.
we're going to try to do a lot more national tournaments next year.
Right.
Yeah.
We'd like to do that one in South Carolina.
Yeah, the Santee Cooper. We want to do that one next year.
That would be fun. What about the Possum King or the PK boys having the one in January in Texoma?
No.
$40,000 to win, Jody.
I know it. It just don't line up with what
It's going to be hard to do that and then try to do
Yeah.
winter blues at the same,
Yeah,
back.
I understand that. I never thought that we'd ever see a 40,000 to win tournament in catfishing, but we got it. And hell, we got to go. I mean, that's all.
I know, that's true.
I think that's booked. Is that one booked up already?
No.
No, the Boston Kingdom tournament is
Yeah.
full, but the one at Texoma is still open.
Yeah.
But
we're definitely going to look at more of them next year. We're going to do a lot more traveling. We did last year, and we haven't been able to much this year, but we enjoyed it last year, traveling a lot. It's a great community that we fish with, and everybody gets to know everybody, and it's just
Right.
We have a great time, and you learn something new no matter where you're at or where you go. So we absolutely enjoy it.
I got to tell you, some of the just meeting everybody and getting together at night after you've been out on day of water and visiting with you guys and Doc and all the people that show up at these tournaments, they become some of your best buddies in the world. And some of them you see at a lot of the tournaments, and others you only see once or twice a year. And when you do, it's just, man, the party's on.
That's right.
That's exactly right. We enjoy it.
Go ahead. I was just going to tell Jerry that to ask Cindy where we staying because I didn't know, and she doesn't put it down there. So, that's really good because she makes all the reservations. I never know where we're staying till we leave, and it shows up on the GPS where we're going. That's not my department. She does it. She does it well.
I pack, I get directions, I do it all.
Yep.
I feel you, Cindy.
Then tells me how to drive on the way down
That's
there.
right.
I feel you, Cindy.
2 weeks. Jerry Dillard's going to be at Rock Creek for 2 weeks.
Wow.
Holy crap. Does he ever work? Man, oh man. 2 weeks. That's a long time.
In 2 weeks. Look, read that better.
Oh, in 2 weeks.
Gee, I got to-
2 weeks.
My mistake. What?
He's not like Doc yet. He's not. I spent 2 weeks at the Wheeler.
Oh, man. Navigator, that is correct.
Actually, our grandson taught me how to put our directions on the Bluetooth on the truck now, so it will tell us on the truck how to.
Yeah, they canceled the program that we had when we bought the truck, the suckers. Mickey, there was a time when we was at them motels at them big tournaments where I would stay out in the parking lot till the last dog died. It didn't matter what they was drinking or what they was talking about. I'd be right in there with them till the bitter end, but I'm failing as I age. I can't hang with them young guys. Can't hang with them any longer. I got to go in and get my beauty rest, and the Lord knows that I could stand some of that.
You've missed several.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've missed way too many of them beauty naps.
That was a good one.
Cindy snuck out here a while ago to tell me dinner was ready and scared the crap out of me. She said, "Man, why you jump so much?" Well, little did she know was I'd already dozed off.
That's right, Jerry.
Yeah, that's right.
2 weeks of fish, I'd go to Alabama.
Especially this year because every place else is bad shape.
It's on fire. Size Matter Catfishing sent me a note saying that Wheeler is on fire at night now.
Well, it was pretty much on fire when you was there.
Yeah.
Holy
you
crap!
caught a big fish drop.
Giants down there.
Yeah, I had a good day. It was a good 2 weeks for me. And I got to hang with some great people, Lisa and then Stacy and Joey for 4 days. And then I was with Trevor and Josh for a whole day. So I had a blast.
Yep, that would be a blast. All right. So, Brandy, when you guys come and you bring Dawn with you, how did you guys get involved with that young lady?
Actually, Dawn and I have been best friends for about 25 years. Her brother was the karate instructor for my two boys growing up. He was their sensei, and her and I have known each other for that long, and we've just been friends, thick as thieves, off and on for 25 years. So we've been around.
Well, she is a hoot, and we see her a couple of times a year, and she's always fun to be around. And I didn't know how that worked out, and that lady can fish also.
Yep.
Yes.
She's picked it up really good. She does good.
Yep.
She's got that gift to gab sometimes, you know.
Maybe
She knows right where to be.
Maybe she's talking and fishing and getting on her hook.
Hey, I don't know what it is.
Hey, whatever works.
That's what I say. When you get them two on the boat, you
Hey,
know,
it's on.
It's on,
Hey,
yeah.
it's on.
I can tell you guys have so much fun together. I knew you had to be great friends, and that's how come things work out the way they do, because you guys just like sisters. I mean, what
Right.
one's talking about or thinking about, the other is, and it's so much fun to watch you guys interact, and I can see Jody just sitting there letting you guys go at it, you know.
I feel sorry for him from time to
I
time.
bet you do.
Sometimes.
It can get comical. I can tell you. Some of the videos that we do sometime they pretty comical.
I bet that's right. She's a very nice young lady, and I'm glad you guys bring her along, because she is a lot of fun, and she'll talk to anybody about anything.
She doesn't meet a stranger.
Doesn't meet a stranger.
Nope.
Yeah, that last time she saw you, she yelled loud and about jumped out the truck before I got stopped.
That's what she did. She said, "Oh, there's Lyle and Cindy." And before Jody could even stop, she's opening the back door, jumping out the truck.
Oh man, she's a
Oh my
hoot.
gosh.
You know, and people like that make it so fun for the rest of us.
That's right.
Yep.
You know, and whether it be her or some of the other people that show up to these big events that we all go to, you know, everybody, you'll drive in. One of the fondest memories like that I have is Cindy and I pulled into Memphis last year, and Bill Dance had a small boat, and he was doing some video work, and he was actually driving the truck backing down into the boat ramp at Memphis, and we pulled in and stopped, and when I got out of the truck, Bill stopped in the middle of the ramp and jumped out, come over and said hello to Cindy and I, and I'll never forget that. I mean, how many times you get back with like Bill Dance to come over and do that? But it's a lot of people, whether it be Teresa and Owensby or you guys or Dawn, Jeff Dodd. It doesn't matter who it is. Them times are the things that make some of the greatest memories. And it used to be when I see Doc, you know, I thought, oh man, there's Doc Lang. And it still gets me a little bit, but we've had the pleasure of fishing with Doc a few times, and of course I always look forward to that. He's so much fun, and we get along pretty good in the boat. We laugh a lot. We don't catch a lot of fish sometimes, but we sure have a good time.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I remember first time I met Bill. Well, it was the second time actually, and Lynn and I pulled down there, and he was walking down through there, and he said, "Hey, Doc," he goes, where's Lynn at? I said, "She's still in the truck." He said, "Well, tell her to get out of here. I got to give her a hug." Never forget that.
That's right. You know, and like I say, I never will forget. We was at the Catfish Conference. What was it, Doc? 2 years ago when you done that seminar?
Yeah.
And you took that picture of everybody that come in there to watch that. And
that was 3 years ago. Yeah, I did this.
Yeah, you was making memories, and that's what we do when we go fishing, whether it be at the big events or whether Cindy and I just go up to the lake and spend the day up there. We're making memories, and that is one of the best things that I ever heard Doc talk about is when he done that seminar and he took that picture, and that come from your granddaughter, I believe, Doc.
Yeah, because I always asked her, I said, why do you take so many selfies? And she goes, "I'm making memories, Papa, making memories." So I've kind of adopted that. I'm really glad I did, because I got a lot of pictures of me and Lynn together fishing, and, you just don't ever know.
That's right.
So
that is one thing we make it a point of is every time we get on our boat, we try to take at least one picture together. Even if we're just out, just pleasure riding or fishing or in the ocean, deep sea fishing or out on the lake or river, we try to always make sure we take at least one picture every time we get on the boat.
That's a great idea. I think that's something everybody should do. Teresa Owensby said, "Tim said to tell Brandy and Jody he is watching, but his chat won't pull up. But he had a ton of questions for you if it had it."
told them they better behave.
Someone sent you a message on Facebook,
Yeah, he messaged it. Well,
or can you pull our?
yeah. Yes, just message Cindy or me one. If you have questions, we'll sure get them out there to him. I think he just wants to know where your spots are.
Yeah, Tim
He
been
knows.
writing. Yeah, Tim and I got the same spot.
He's a blast,
He
man.
knows.
He said he's been writing down questions he was going to ask all week long.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
They
Locked up.
I don't know if we.
Oh, there we go.
I see. There
You're
you go.
There
right.
it goes.
Yeah, you guys was froze
Both
up
of
for a
yous.
minute.
All of you.
You was frozen.
You were froze up.
We were sitting here talking.
Well, that's not supposed to happen to me.
Hey, it's that time again.
You know what? Doc picked me out a number between 1 and 5.
That's
I never mind.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
never
gonna
mind.
say 5.
3, 4. You got your grandkids doing it. 5. Oh. After being on her all week, Katie Dockery, we are going to spin the Rig Rack prize wheel for you.
Oh,
And we have been on Katie Dockery all week.
thanks, Bottom Dollar Outdoors.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
I spun it real good for her. Demon Dragon.
Demon Dragons. Katie, if you will contact Demon Dragons, you can get a hold of Nate and Mallory, and they will hook you up with a package of Demon Dragons. Katie, thank you so much for being a good sport with all the crap that James and I give you about being short. We think the world of you. Looking forward to meeting you guys in Quincy, Illinois this weekend. It's going to be a great time, and I promise I won't play that song anymore for a while. We want to thank Nate and Mallory for being a sponsor to the Rig Wrap Prize Wheel game with their great products, Demon Dragons, and just give them a buzz, message them on Facebook, and they will hook you up. Thanks again, Katie.
Mickey Holland wants to know, what did you do for a rod rack on your sea hunt, Jody?
I've got the trolling rack from Driftmaster Rod Holders, and all I did was just shorten it up. You know, it's you can adjust it to any length. I already had one on my skiff, so we just shortened it up to, I think, 36 inches or 38 inches for four rod holders.
And mounted it on the back.
Yeah, and we mounted it on each side of the lid on the back. There's plenty of room back there. And then we have individual rod holders going up 3 up each side of the boat. So
The ones that go up the side work really well for drifting or for planer boards.
yeah,
David, short people don't hit their heads on things very often.
That's right. They can't reach it.
You short people get excited when they hit their head on something.
Oh, man. I don't know if you guys watched the show that I done on Friday, but if you haven't, you ought to listen to the beginning of the show. We done that just for Katie. Although it affected Cindy a little bit. She got a little bit bent about it, but it was all for fun. We wasn't trying to make anybody
But they
mad.
wouldn't let you put it on YouTube.
No, I got in trouble. I actually played the Short People song at the beginning of that, and I got a message from YouTube about copyrighted
They
material.
must have been short people.
It was in a matter of 15 minutes after that show was over, too. They was right on me. So we'll see how that works out. I may have to take that video down on account of that, or just modify it to where that part of it's trimmed out, because they didn't go for that. And I never even thought nothing about it. I was just having a little fun. But it is what it is.
I've had that happen on a video that we've took catching fish and have the radio playing on the boat in the background.
And they message you?
Yeah.
Well, what they would do is they told you could share it, but that they actually went in and muted out the whole thing because you could hear the song playing in the background.
Oh, wow.
Well, they told me that would let me know within a week if I had to take the video down or to edit that part of the video out. They would let me know within a week. I haven't heard anything back. Of course, that was just Friday, but I'm not kidding you. I had that thing on, and that wasn't over 15 minutes, and I got that message. I don't know how they knew about it that fast.
Yours was
They did.
pretty quick, too. It was like
Yeah.
30 minutes after posting it. It said, "Hey, you can't do this. That's copyright infringements."
Wow.
And they've only done it one time.
Well, that
It was
happened with King and the James.
I think it did
They
happen to the
kept
King of the
taking them
James.
off because they was playing music.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Jimmy and Jay Catfisher anglers, how are you guys doing tonight? Yeah, that's too bad. We're just having a little fun. We're not trying to use their music for anything. That's the only time we ever done anything like that. So,
Yeah.
if they get all bent about it, I'll just take it down. But in the meantime, we're leaving her up.
There you go. That's where most of ours is too. So
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Hey, Terry, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Terry.
Got a bunch of people coming and going tonight, Doc.
Yeah.
Been a fun show. Jody and Brandy, why don't you guys tell us about all the people that sponsor you and help you along your way in your catfish adventures?
All right. Actually, we got our start. We actually bought a B&M rod to begin with for Brandy, and she liked it so much she started taking it. We took it saltwater fishing and stuff like that. And when we were out there, we hooked an amberjack. And I actually made a post on Facebook. I said, Brandy's hooked into a monster. I said, last coordinates headed toward Cuba. Well, shortly after that, I got a text from George Young saying, "Hey, that was a nice pole," And next thing you know, got to talking to him, and he said, "Hey, how would y'all like to be part of the team? A B&M team?" And it just felt just sweet, it come right in there for us on that. So
That's awesome.
yeah. But other than that, Tim Owen, me and Teresa, they sort of hooked me up with David Ashby at Bottom Dwellers Tackle. And, David's a good guy. I don't know if y'all know him or not either. But
You know David's a great guy.
And so he's always been able to take care of us on things like we could get our Driftmaster rod holders and stuff like that through David at Bottom Dwellers and all our tackle for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been pretty fortunate, and we do Driftmaster rod holders. That's another one that we use, so we like it too.
Yep, they're awesome. Dave's a great guy also.
Yeah, I had those rod holders I put in on the back the other day. We had a heavy-duty saltwater rod set up 4/0 with 125-pound test on it. We hooked fish, and I locked that drag down, those sharks, and they did not even bend those rod holders.
That's awesome.
They just hold them. We were able to pull them straight on up. So
yep,
it was pretty nice. It proved to you how strong a rod holder is.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I've told a lot of times the story about us pulling them guys up the Mississippi River at Carruthersville in that high water and heavy current, and I tied the rope onto the back of the rod rack and to a Driftmaster rod holder and pulled them right up Mississippi River.
Yep. That's pretty nice.
Yep, it is. I love them. Love them. Well, guys, I can't thank you all enough for coming on Catfish Weekly and spending your Monday evening with me. I know it's been a struggle. We've been trying to get this done for a while, but hell, Jody, we never know when you're working and when you're not.
I know. I mean, really, I do work some crazy hours. I work shift work at a paper mill, so I'm always working something. But at the same time, I have the luxury of getting some off time too. I've been at the mill 30 years, so
wow, long time. I'm sorry. I think the last time we had you on Catfish Weekly was in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, it was. And that was a blast.
It was a lot of fun down there at the Pyramid. I really enjoy doing shows down there, but their internet connection is so full with people using it all the time, and it's so noisy in there. It's hard to get the background noise out, and it makes it hard for people to hear what's going on. But man, is it fun doing them down there.
Yeah. And the ducks like to mess with me.
Yeah. They sneak up behind Doc when we're sitting over by the water.
That's right. That's a beautiful place in there, isn't it?
It is
Oh, yeah.
gorgeous. That's the background for any show that you do in that place, whether it be over by the ponds or whether it be by the fireplace, is just amazing. It's just a wonderful place to do live shows, and I enjoy going down there so much. Of course, I like the Mississippi River. It's my favorite places to fish, whether it be in Memphis or whether it be in Hannibal or Quincy, Illinois. It doesn't matter to me. That river is the same river wherever you go. It's just a little wider in some spots than others.
That's right.
Yeah.
We, Bill Dance is big there. So a few years prior to that particular day, I got to meet Bill for the very first time, and had a good conversation with him. One of the nicest people you'll ever meet. We talked and talked and talked. And then, that year we went back. I seen him again. I went up there and he just called me right by my first name right off the get-go. And I went back. I said, "You ain't gonna believe that took remembered my name."
Yep.
Well, you got it right there on your shirt.
I was trying to see the same shirt right here.
I got to tell you, Joe, I think he'd remember it anyhow. He's got
He does.
Everybody I ever seen.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does. He's got a personality that.
Yes, he does.
Oh yeah, he's such a great. And it doesn't matter whether it's catfishing or offshore, or if it's crappie fishing or bass fishing. Bill Dance is the king of the sport, and in my opinion, always will be. He's just so happy to be around people and just catch fish. I know he made his start in bass fishing, but he can catch any fish in any water.
Oh, he's a fisherman, no doubt.
Well, when we went through his studio, that was awesome.
Oh yeah,
I can imagine.
I'll never forget that. That's for sure. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. Well, listen, guys, thank you so much for coming on and spending Monday with us. We appreciate it. Let's not wait so long to get you back on here again.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for the invite. We really enjoyed it. We can't wait to see y'all too.
Oh, absolutely. It'll be coming up before you know it.
I know. It will.
All right, guys.
I need to come on and go to the big pond with us one time. Let's go out take you out to the ocean.
Well, my gosh, we can do that. We'll just figure out when it's going to work for everybody, and we'll make it happen.
Hey, let us know.
Okay. I'm not bringing my boat, though.
Hey, we got one. Don't worry. I got you covered there.
That's what I'm thinking. Yours will be great out there.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I'll bet you I can beat you down there before you get there, Lyle.
Well, you're closer. That'd be a lot of fun.
I won't even say anything to you. I'll just give them a call and say, "Hey, I'm coming." And
Yeah.
There you go. Doc. Come on.
Go live and say, "Guess who's on the boat?"
That's right.
That'll be awesome. All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank
All right.
you.
Good to see y'all.
Thanks,
See you,
guys.
Doc.
Bye-bye.
Doc, how about a tip of the week?
All righty, here. Let me make sure I flip this camera around. One of the things I do every year, and a lot of people maybe not, but I get. I don't think you can really see that, but this is not a ticket, but it's a vehicle. It's a vessel safety check, and every year the state of Ohio checks your boat. It's a good, it's a good thing. I make sure that each year I've got what is required to be on the boat. And, after the stuff's been sitting in the boat for, maybe 3 or 4 months, you got to check, you got to have throwable cushions. They can't have tears in them and stuff. And, they last maybe a season, and then you start getting rips and tears in them, and they check your life vests and that sort of stuff. Make sure you have a working horn. I carry 2 fire extinguishers, and not the little guys. I'm carrying 15-pounders on board the boat. And the reason I carry 2 15s is the one is strapped, the other one is in a container, and if I come up on somebody that has a fire, I can just toss them that extinguisher without jeopardizing the one I'm supposed to be carrying. So, and that's Doc's tip for the night.
That's a great tip of the week. I do have a question about that, though, Doc. Is that required, or are you just able to take it in there and have it done at your leisure?
Yeah, here in Ohio, you can have it done at your leisure. I always, Memorial Day weekend, they are out there like from on Thursday on, and I just usually just take the boat there and just have them go over it, and I got a 24 footer, and you just don't see 24 footers around in this area. So those guys are always saying, yeah, man, look at this boat. And they were training a rookie this year, and she was looking around in there saying, wow, this thing's big. I said, yeah. I said, but there's bigger ones now than what mine is. So
Right. But is that something that the state requires or no?
no.
Okay. I think it's a great idea. I would like to see more states get on board with that. Is it sort of like the inspections that the Coast Guard does?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Same thing. They just go through and double check. Like on Memorial Day weekend here, a lot of times they will not let you launch until they do a check. Once you have the sticker on board the boat, you have a free pass. You just go through, collect $200, and move on.
If they're going to give me $200, I'll be driving out there tomorrow to get mine.
There you go.
I think that's great. And that's we get checked a lot when we're fishing by Water Patrol, game fish people, Missouri Department of Conservation. I have no issues with being checked because we're not doing anything wrong.
Right, exactly.
And if they check you for things, your stuff is up to speed. And most of the time, if you have something that is not, they will let you know, not give you a ticket, just tell you to get it fixed, because they know once they stop you a few times, they know that you're not going to be doing anything out of line anyhow. But it's good to know that all your stuff is ready to go.
Yeah.
And you're not going to have any issues. And like you say, if it's good for a year, as long as you don't use that fire extinguisher or rip your life jacket or rip your throwable device, you're not going to have any more problems.
No. And I mean, it's a good check and balance for the year ready to start.
Yep. I'm 100% on board with that. So I think it'll be a lot of fun.
I've always enjoyed doing it. You get to meet people, and then, I always try to have a good relationship with the officers on the water, because, they're just doing their job.
That's right.
And, they've stopped me before, and, they boarded the boat and looked. They're looking for beer and that kind of stuff, but you won't see that in mine. But
that's exactly right.
I mean, they're doing their job. So,
yep. I think I told you several times that we would fish in the middle of the week a lot of times up home, and the game warden up there, I knew him very well, and he stopped me 3 times in 1 week because I was the only one out there fishing. He had nobody else to talk to. He'd just come up and pull up beside me. I said, "Really?" He said, "You're the only one out here."
Yeah. And I get stopped in West Virginia a lot. You'll see an Ohio boat, and then when you're fishing on the Ohio River, you can use unlimited rods. So I can have like 6 or 7 rods. I can be out there by myself and have 6 or 7 rods as long as I'm on the Ohio River. And they check a lot of boats. West Virginia checks a lot of boats. And the rules are still the same. You got to have life jackets for anybody that's on board the boat and that kind of stuff. Very little changes.
Right. Mr. Catfishing says, I keep one on the front and one on the back. If I ever had a fire, fuel, and I bet being so wanted up front, never keep it close enough to your fuel tank.
Right. Yeah, that's a good tip there.
Any word from Fishing for Freedom? Everything is a go as far as I know right now, Jason. I have not heard anything different. They have not contacted me. I would like to, for those of you that's going to Fishing for Freedom, or even if you're not, this weekend, the 8th and 9th of June are free fishing days in the state of Missouri. So if you want to go out and you don't have fishing license, you can go out and fish without fishing license for those 2 days, and followed by a local pond at the Missouri Department of Conservation office. Now, I don't have the rest.
This weekend.
That's next weekend, but this weekend is also free fishing days. But I printed this message out from James Dockery, and for some reason it printed it out on the side of the page, and it didn't get the whole message in there, so I didn't get it all. Sorry about that, James. But Cliff Miller says they will be sending out emails Wednesday updating the river situation, and I think that's probably what we all better hold off on before we make any decisions.
The east bridge going into
Yes,
Quincy is closed.
the east side of the east bridge going into Quincy is closed. So what they'll do is they'll route everybody over the west bridge, the normally the westbound bridge, and make it a 2-lane bridge because it's I think the eastbound
The one that's up high off the water, isn't it?
yeah, but when it comes there on the Missouri side, it's real low there, and I'm guessing the water's probably over that. So we'll find out when we get there. Everybody have safe travels up there. We sure don't want any problems. Cliff says yes, they're closing it tomorrow morning. So,
Oh, I thought I read it was already closed.
well, you may have, and one or the other of you are probably right, and the other will be close enough. Anything else for tonight, Doc?
No, not that I can think of, Lyle. Just everybody have a safe week this week, and enjoy your time if you're out on the water. And if you're out on the water, be safe.
Yep. The water's high all over the Midwest, so
Wear that PFD.
have that on and make sure everything's up to snuff. Next week will be our Father's Day giveaway show, and all of the people that are sending in products to us, you need to get them on in here before Monday. And what we're going to do is we're going to showcase all the products, and there's some of them that the guys are not sending products. They're going to ship them out so we don't have to, but we're still going to be telling you about them. And what we're going to do is we're going to showcase these products from each sponsor that sends stuff into us, and then we're going to give it away in chat to all the viewers. So if you're not a subscriber to Catfish Weekly's YouTube page, it'd be a really good idea if you subscribe, because without being a subscriber, you cannot win prizes in chat. That's the only way we know that you're in chat. You don't have to make a comment or anything, but you have to be a subscriber. And if you're watching the show, we know that you're in there at that way. It shows up on our stuff from where we do the live broadcast. So subscribe. Go to catfishweekly.com if you want to sign up for the Rig Wrap Prize Wheel game. As you've seen tonight, we give away some pretty nice stuff. For Doc Lang and Cindy Stokes, I'm Lyle Stokes. Thanks, Brandy and Jody, for being on the show. We'll see you next Monday night.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.